That's right. Martin County Sheriff William Snyder says his newly formed unit, during a 3-day period, including Super Bowl Sunday and help from other law enforcement agencies, they set up on stretches of I-95, the Florida Turnpike, and County Road 714. They were pulling over people for breaking traffic violations, but they found so much more.
The biggest arrest, as far as the drugs, we seized 5 kilograms of cocaine.
These are just some of the people Martin County Sheriff's deputies arrested over a 3-day period. 102 people in all. Deputies seized guns, heroin, cocaine, methamphetamines, oxycodone. The list goes on.
This stuff was headed for your schools. It was headed for your neighborhoods.
Sheriff William Snyder was joined with local, state, and federal law enforcement. He says his newly formed 24-member criminal interdiction team hit the ground running with a record number of arrests and dangerous drug seizures. They received a lot of help from other agencies.
For us to work with Customs, Border Patrol, a DEA out there, FBI out there, that really, they're such huge force multipliers. And I hope that somehow, some way, people in South Florida get the idea that moving through Martin County with drugs is exceedingly risky to their freedom.
And Sheriff Snyder says there were 193 stops along I-95, the Florida Turnpike, and State Road, County Road 714. He says out of those 193 traffic stops, there were 102 arrests.